What up, world? It's your boy, Hometown Burger Brown, back with a legendary episode. Today, we got defensive legend, NBA champion, hard-nosed D, Gary Payton.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Burger Brown Show.
First of all, I want to say happy birthday to you, man.
Appreciate you,
Blessing
man.
to be able to do this on your day. You select me to,
Yes,
groom
sir.
me.
Yes, sir.
It's always going to be etched in stone. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, GP, man, what NBA teams did you play for?
Well, you know, Berg, I started off, man, I got drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, played there for 13 years. Decided to, I wanted to, get a contract, and Sonics did a different approach with it. They traded me to the Milwaukee Bucks. I played there for like 2-3 months. We went to the playoffs and everything out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? With my old coach, George Carl. And Sam Cassell, my bone cone.
Yeah.
And then I decided, man, I just wanted to go back to the West Coast, man. And when the season was over, I was a free agent. Decided to go to the Lakers. Got with Kobe and Shaq.
Mambo.
And Karl Malone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We made it to the finals, man, but fell a little short to the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to them. They had a hell of a team that year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Lakers wanted to go a different route, man. So they shipped me to Boston, and I went to Boston. I went with Doc Rivers and
Beantown.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Pierce, man. We had
The
something.
truth.
Yes, sir. Antoine Walker. We had a
Yes,
nice little squad.
Was Big Perk out there then?
Big Perk was
Big
there,
Perk,
man.
shout out Big Perk.
Hey,
You know I'm
listen.
your barber, man. When I get back, man, call me in 2 weeks. I need your money too.
Oh, absolutely. Get it, man. Stop being cheap, boy.
Yeah.
I had Delonte West, man. I had everybody out there, man. That's youngsters, man. Al Jefferson that was
Big
out
Al,
there.
okay.
They was all with me, man. And Ricky Davis was with
Rick
me.
D,
Yeah.
shout out Rick D. That's my bro too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that, man, played there for one season. I was just trying to get me a championship, and all of a sudden, man, decided to go to Miami Heat. Come out here to Miami, where we at in South Beach right now, just chilling and play for Pat Riley.
Let's show them where we at. Where we at?
Yeah, show man. We at,
Yeah, a little something. Y'all can see
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We're in Miami.
Miami, okay.
Came with D Wade and Shaq, and Udonis and all the dudes, man. Everybody was good. Lonzo Mourning was here. White Chocolate was here.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Jason, yeah.
We had a good little squad.
Mm-hmm.
And fought around, man, and won a championship in my first year.
Wow.
Won a championship in 2006. First one for the Miami Heat, and next thing you know, I just said, forget it, man. Let me come back one more year, try. And I had won my championship, and I decided, man, to give it up. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good 5 teams that I was with. I had fun in my 17-year career.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So with the Big 3, let's talk Big 3. Who are you with now? You didn't actually play in the Big 3, but you've been coaching. So.
Yeah. Started off coaching the 3-headed monster. Had a great little record with them. We went to the playoffs every time. Went to the championship twice. Lost in both of them. Mm-hmm. And then, I decided to, try something new. You know how people try something new.
Yeah, you gotta,
try something new in this league. Switch it up. And I went to the Bivouac. And now we're there here. This is my second year there. Last year we didn't have a good year. We're okay right now, 2-2.
2-2.
Just trying to do what we got to do. Trying to get a win out here today. See what we can do.
Anything can happen in the Big 3.
Anything can happen in the Big 3. We right in the middle. We in the middle cut. That middle. So hope that we can get a win today and be 3-2 and keep pressure on everybody else.
That's awesome. So you known as a defensive monster. I mean, when I say guru, you talk it, you walk it, you run it, you fly it, nigga.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate that in you. But from you, switching it up a little bit, who are your top 5 defensive players of all time?
Ooh, that's a hell of a question. You know what? You always got to go with Alvin Robinson.
Alvin Robinson.
In the day. And then you have to come with Ron Harper.
Okay, Hart.
You
played
Ron,
in Cleveland.
Yeah, you know Ron Harper was a cold beast.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to go with Dennis Rodman.
Hold on, Ron Harper. I love you, man, but you ain't Jordan. No, I'm teasing.
Yeah. You know, I mean Derek Harper. Not Ron.
Okay,
Derek Harper, my bad.
Derek,
We doing
my bad,
Derek
my
Harper.
bad.
We got it, Ron. I can't give it to you, Ron. Can't give it to you, Ron. I mean Derek Harper.
Derek, okay.
Your old school Derek Harper.
Respect.
Then we always gotta come with Dennis Rodman.
Okay, the worm.
Dennis was a cold piece of work.
I don't think we really understand and appreciate what he brought to the game, man.
Everybody don't really understand how he played the game and how he was, man. He was a cold dude, man. Mm-hmm. And then, I ain't gonna put myself in it. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes away from everything. You know
I understand, yeah.
And then I gotta put my boy Kobe. Kobe turned into a defensive player when he started asking me a lot of questions and he sat down.
Yeah.
You can't forget about how many times he went all defense.
Yes,
man.
yes.
He was a cold piece of work. And then my 5th one has got to be Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pip gotta be. Pip was a cold dude, man. You know we can do a lot of things, but I think my crew is about guard you one-on-one 94 feet.
Yeah.
Any big man can beat up on anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
come
He
down
sat there, you
smack
it out. But I think of people that can change games. I think them 5 changed games. Like I said, Alvin Robinson, Derek Harper, Dennis Rodman, Pippen, and Kobe.
Okay. So let's say this. So who let's say who would be, and we'll touch on Mike. Beyond Mike, who would be your hardest guard?
John Stockton by far.
Wow.
John Stockton, 94 feet of the leg, man, for a guy who can always do what he did. What he did was he changed the game, you know what I'm saying? Only playing 34 minutes. You look up and this guy has 24 points, 16 assists, 5 steals, and 6 rebounds, shot the ball 10 times, made 8, you know what I'm saying? Went to the free throw line 7 times, made 7,
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He creeped up on it,
creeped up on it, and you look at numbers like that, and you be like, what the hell going on? And I'm playing 40 minutes and I'm only getting 30 points. He gets to 8 assists and shit. I was like, man, what the hell is we doing? I got much respect for him, man. You know what I'm saying? He made me change my game to the way it was when I was coming up, man, because he can do that. He can do everything.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So let's touch on Mike, man. Everybody wants to know. I mean, I went and I told you before we did this, I said, GP, I'm going to say this when the show starts. I went and got a Supersonic starter jacket. Everybody had the Charlotte Hornets because of the colors, right?
Yeah.
Everybody had the Bulls because of Mike.
Yeah.
But I went and got that because you were the first one you stood up to him. Mm-hmm. It was like the first person you seen really stand up to a battle rapper or somebody tough. It was wow. Yeah. So when you touch on Mike, what do you feel when someone says to you, Michael Jordan? What goes through your mind?
Just could be a competitor, good times playing against him, you know what I'm saying? Me and him had good times because he knew I wasn't gonna back down and I knew he wasn't gonna back down, you know what I'm saying? And that made it better for the game. My daddy always used to tell me when I was coming and playing against him, man, he was like, man, don't back down to the bully. The bully gotta step up because there gotta be another bully that come get with him.
Okay.
And I became that bully. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I want to be the bully. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I stood up to the bully in a different neighborhood, but you got to come to my hood. Mm-hmm. So that's all I did, man. I just was like, not too many people stood up to him. So I just had to just do my game, play my game. And when the referees let us play together, and not without giving him the advantage and giving him all the calls, and we just be 50-50, It was a great battle. So that's what I always like to do.
So what was your favorite stint you would say, or not your favorite stand? Let's be more clear. What was your best basketball? What time period was Gary Payton's best basketball that you felt you were playing?
The whole 90s. I got to do the whole 90s.
Wow.
Because that's when it was coming. That's when I made all my all-star teams.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I made one or two during the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? But my best times was in the 90s, man, starting from 1993 all the way to 2000, 2003. You know, and there was a night that 10-year period right there was beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Getting it in. Even when I came here to Miami for that 2 years, 06 was great too.
Uh-huh.
You know, just being the OG. I was the one on the team. But I'd say from 93 to 2003 was a hell of a run for me.
Gotcha. So I gotta ask you this, man. You know, we old school. You know, you're a little older school than me, but you ain't old. You know, I come from CDs and Walkmans too.
Yeah. Shit, I used to have them in my goddamn car every day. Shit, I had a different one. I had the envelope with it, man, with the blue books. About 50,000 of them CDs. Let me get another book.
Let me see which one.
I gotta roll with it. Yeah.
So what is GP streaming? It's 2023. What GP streaming?
You know what? It's so much, there's so much music out here now, man, and everybody doing these one-hit wonders.
Yeah, I'm tired of that.
You know, that
I'm sick of
one-hit
that.
wonder stuff is cool. Man, I was coming back from the days when, you know, you had Houdini, you know, guys like that, you know, Run DMC and stuff like that. But you know what I'm bumping the most now? I gotta stay real with it. I'm on the real, and not just because I work for Cube, but Ice Cube is one of my biggest.
Shout out Cube.
Snoop is the guy, and then you know E40 and Too Short.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? They're my go-tos, man. I gotta go to them, man. But if I want to go with my favorite songs, it's gotta be Tupac and Biggie.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
One More Chance for Biggie was my game. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then Pac just had everything.
So pregame, what did you listen to in the 90s?
Pregame, all Pac.
All Pac.
All Pac.
Oh,
Yeah, pregame, all Pac.
Well, we can see that in your game.
Yes, you know, Pac was my guy, man. You know, he was in Oakland a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Messing with Digital Underground.
Yeah,
and all that.
Yeah,
that was it, man. I used to see him a lot. So yeah.
Bonus question: what was Tupac Shakur like? What was that guy?
You know what? He was Berg. He was a good dude, man. He was just a real good dude. He just stood on what he stood for. You know what I'm saying? So what he stood for was the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I like it, and that's why me and him always collaborated real cool. Especially him being in Oakland, it was real cool.
GP, so how many children do you have? And you know, Gary Payton II, I'm a fan of his because he made his own name. I know he's Gary Payton II, but you know, he just had his own game, his own name, a little similar to you defensively. But let's talk about how many children you have and how does your game compare to your sons, if any?
You know, I got 4 kids. My daughter Raquel is the oldest at 34, and then I got Gary Jr., who is 31, and then Gary the second is 30, and then I got Julian, my youngest, who's at 25. My son Gary, you know, I think he's got a different game than me, but I think he's got the same old school mentality. I think he plays an old school game, and people don't understand that. That's why he's so good at what he does, because he's an all-around basketball player.
Yes, sir.
As in defense, I think he plays just like me, you know, because he's got long arms. He can defend really well. He can rip you. He'll block your shot. He'll do all them type of things. You know, he's got more bounce than I do. Yeah. Way more bounce than I do. But I would love him to be more offensive minded like I was.
Yeah, you can shoot. You can shoot.
Yeah,
and finishing at the rim, you were excellent.
Yeah, I think if he get that, if he got that into his game, he'll be a beast. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he does what he does on the offensive end because he cuts so well.
Yes.
And he can jump so well and he'll dunk on you. Yeah, once he starts knocking that mid-range jumper down and the 3 down in the corner a lot more,
oh yeah,
he'll be a beast.
He'll be dangerous.
He'll be a dangerous person. But right now, he's done made his name for himself, you know, in there. So he just got to keep building himself, keep building stuff. It took him 6 years to do it, so now he's there, and I hope that he keep improving on it.
So now you're coaching. Where are you coaching at now beyond the Big Three in the regular season? Let's talk about it. Let's get into that.
Yeah, let's get in that. I'm at Lincoln University right now, a little starter school that just started up. Just started athlete.
Shout out Lincoln.
Shout out, and it's in Oakland. It's a school that I took because I wanted to do something for my city in Oakland. And we're losing a lot of our sports in Oakland. We done lost football to the Raiders. We lost basketball to Golden State, and then we're about to probably lose the Oakland A's, which is going to be a big thing for us. So I think that taking this job and getting these kids that nobody look at and overlook, and then I can get the guys who I think can play just like me in there is good. I think last year I had a great season. I went 16-8 or something like that. But I think this year is going to be even better. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play a lot more games. And we're just trying to wait till we can get in the NCAA, and hopefully they can let me in the NCAA and try to, do something there.
Well, I just want to give you your flowers right now. And this is really outside of, the show. When you're doing the show, you're supposed to say certain things. Mm-hmm. And on the Hometown Burger Brown show, we want to keep it real. Okay? Deion Sanders, I'm coming for you next. You're going to be on the show. But I look at you as, in a sense, like Deion. You don't have to do what you're doing.
Right.
You choose to do it. You love it.
Right.
You don't have to do Big Three.
Right.
But for you to give back to the community of Oakland, where you came from, and just giving back to youth trying to get to that next level. I just give you your flowers, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, man. Awesome. You know what? Me and Deion is people that I looked up to. Big Deion when he was playing for the San Francisco 49ers. I used to go and watch him. And what he's doing now, what he did at Jackson State, and now he's about to do in Colorado, he just be real. He just makes it real. And then now with this social media, he's doing a lot more with it. I just like it like that. And I'm trying to get my program to be just like his.
Yes, sir.
We're going to build it up the same way. I'm doing the same things now on social media to do stuff. But I think we're put on this earth to do that. After basketball and after football, God gave us ability to stay popular, to stay the way we are, and to stay doing the things that we do. And once we do this, Q comes to me wanting to start a 3-on-3 league called the Big 3.
Wow.
I had to go help him because that's my guy. Because he's seeing a future and he's seeing something in his mind that can work.
Yeah.
Get other people that get out of basketball to get their own league and do the things that they want to do. Mm-hmm. And they can run it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. And now I just have to help him. As you say, I don't have to be here. Yeah. I got a coaching job now, but I don't want to leave Q the way he is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hear you.
So that's just the way it is. And I think God put us on earth for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think me and him understands that.
That's a blessing. So thank you, Q, for coming up with the Big 3 League. We love you, man, and you heard it. This is what it's about right here.
Shouts out to you, Q. It's all good, baby. I'm always with you.
Yay, yay.
Hey, yay, yay.
So GB, man, I gotta ask you this: short-term goals and long-term goals. Talk to me about that, man. Well, what do you see in your short-term and in your long-term? So,
Berg, I'm gonna be real. I don't never see short terms. Mm-hmm. I always see long term. I always gotta see the future. And I done started a lot of companies and businesses, right? But to me, I just want to be. I'm going to give shouts out to Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Because they make black men like us try to understand how we can get in the business. If you look at both of these guys in their basketball career, they didn't make a lot of money. True. You know what I'm saying? Now that they have started businesses and showing us the way, they become billionaires. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to do. I just want to, show other kids how to always do something positive, to do it right, and be successful in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my always long term is to give a lot of people goals. And that's what it is. It's about goals, and show them what we can do and how we can do it, and then give them the platform to do it too. Not just us.
Not just
let them show them, see the platform too, because at some time we're not gonna be here, and we want them to leave it on and move it on. Keep it moving.
Yeah, perpetuate that thing.
Yeah, and then they can say, yo, you know, I got this from the OG GP. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get the goals to come that everybody can do the same thing and be successful. They always tell us when we get out of the league 4 or 5 years later, we're gonna be broke.
Oh, I hear that. Oh,
all
man.
the time. They say that 88% of us get broke. Man, I'm tired of hearing that shit. Tired of that. So it's time for us to just change this mindset and let us be always making money and do the same thing and use all your avenues. That's what I say. Use all your avenues.
You know, I never heard of you getting in any BS throughout the. How were you able? I guess I think about some of the players. I don't want to say any names, but I think about what they're going through now. How they listening to the music, how they acting. Allen Iverson, a lot of players are. How are you able to still be Gary Payton the way we view you? Strong-minded, tough, play on edge, stay in trouble, then stay out of trouble off the court. If you were, I guess my question is to be clear, if you had the loudest voice in the NBA today, what would be your message to these guys? Because they blowing it.
Yeah, Burger. What I would be, my message would is you got to be your own self. And all these guys right now are getting new friends. You know, new friends that can come and hang around them when they get money. Yeah. The younger friends are the ones that's gonna stay with you when you didn't have nothing. But you gotta understand this, bro. The guys who don't step up and talk for these guys, and they say, yo, man, I don't care what it is about this money. Yeah. I'm telling you the truth, dude. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You ain't supposed to be in here. And if we can't take it, we stupid. Because all it's gonna do is get us in trouble. Then why do we have them around if you don't want them to say nothing? Yeah. Just because you paying them some money and all of that, they ain't supposed to be scared of you. They're supposed to be protecting you. And if you got them type of friends and them type of guys around you, then it's good. And then you gotta listen. Yeah, you have to listen. And I did that a lot. I listened. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for me to calm down and don't get in trouble or back off, I bagged off. Yeah. And then my daddy was a good thing. And some people don't have a father like I did. He was with me and knocking me upside my head. Okay. And even though I was in the pros, he was like, man, I don't care how much money you got now. I worked before you even did it. You don't have to give me a dime. Okay. But he said, man, if you want to cut me off, cool. But I can still be your daddy. And that's the way it is, man. And I tell my son the same way. I'm not your homie. Yeah. I'm your father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and hang out with you, and I'm not doing that. And I'm not gonna treat you that way. Yeah. I'm gonna treat you the way that I'm gonna be your father. That's why when people see me in the stands and I got my hands folded and I'm not cheering and doing all that, I'm expecting that from my son. I'm expecting him to hang away. My best thing about my son is people come up to me and tell me how good of a person he is. Wow. They don't never tell me about how good of a basketball player until after they tell me that. And then they give me my flowers and say, man, you did a great job of raising him and your wife, your ex-wife. And that's what I like. Yeah. I appreciate that more than anything because that's telling me I was raised the right way and I put it on to you. And that's what we have to do in our younger days and our young kids now. Okay. Because this generation is real different. Yeah. They're different. They're very, very different. And they act like they know everything, but they don't. Yeah, I was there. I was there, y'all. I was there. and that's what, if you seeing it and being around a lot of OGs, and seeing what's going on, bless you.
Listen to guys like
and then you taking it, but don't roll with it. No. Don't roll with it. Be like, man, look this. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? The song said this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't roll with it like that, and you listen to it, and then you see it, because a lot of people ain't making it to 55. Man. A lot of people ain't making it to 45. A lot of people ain't making it to 40. Yeah. And that ain't gonna work, man. And we get knocked down so tough and we don't get it. We don't get it. And you wanna be able to get to what my mom and daddy died at. My daddy and mama died at 80 and 82.
Wow.
I want to be that age.
I want to be that age.
I want to be there so I can keep teaching people. And that's all it is. And that's what I'll tell them. And some of them gotta understand. You get a lot of money, but you can't take that money with you.
Never.
Can't take it with you.
Yep.
Can't take nothing with you.
Nothing.
So it is what it is. I get it.
Ain't no U-Haul behind the hearse, right?
Yeah, man. Ain't none of them. Ain't no brakes. Ain't no brakes. Ain't no brakes coming behind that thing.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be fighting over that money.
You heard
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? And then it's gonna be gone and soon.
Once they get the fight.
Soon. You know what I'm saying? So
Y'all stop fighting over that money.
Yeah, you better stop, man. Get off the porch now, y'all. Y'all stop fighting now.
Go fund these
Yeah, man.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yes,
well, I
sir.
mean, I just love hearing, guys that I look up to like you talking like that, because it lets me know that I'm on the right path. We don't talk a lot, but every time I hit you, if I need you or anything, you respond right away. But you business, but you always be real every time I see you, and I appreciate that.
And that's the only way I can do it with you. I can't give you the sugarcoat.
Yeah.
Because if I sugarcoat it to you, then you're gonna think it's not something that ain't
That
right.
it ain't.
And then you're gonna go around somebody else who's gonna really, really put their foot down on you or something and hurt you.
couldn't
And
take
then
it.
you're gonna be like, oh, this shit, GP told me it was like
yeah.
this. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be prepared for everything. Everything in life. I want you to be prepared for that. Even the good and the bad. You gotta know how to bounce back from both of them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. And
Handle success and failure.
Absolutely, because you're not going to be successful all the time.
At all.
We're not all perfect.
No.
If we were, we'd be in Guinness Books of World Record.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's not going to work that way. And I want all the people, that's why people always say, man, we love you, OG. I be like, man, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing for you.
Nothing
I'm
for
going to tell you.
Yeah,
I'm going to
at
tell you
all.
the truth.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, man. If legendary hometown Burger Brown question, man. We almost out of here. You stuck in the dark alley, right? You got, I don't know who you up against. You got a 7-foot dude, you got a ninja, you got Bruce Lee, you got TD's Vice Lords, whoever the illest dudes are at the time. You got two people, past, present, or future NBA, that you could pick to fight to get out the alley with you. They gotta be NBA guys though.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Shit.
I gotta stop. I can't even cut. I can't even. I'm trying, y'all.
Shit. There's only two motherfuckers I fuck with on that, man. It's gonna be Charles Oakley.
Oak dog.
And motherfucking my boy
It's right on the tip.
My thought of my guy from Detroit.
Ben Wallace. Wait. No.
Derek Coleman.
Derek Coleman. Old school.
I'm going with either.
Is he left-handed? Left-handed. He coming with the
Derek knocked me out. I'm going with DC. And motherfucking Charles Oakley.
Charles Oakley.
Boy, we gonna whoop somebody's
Hey,
ass.
Oaks, I am tired of hearing your name. This is like number 20. Everybody say, yeah, give me Oak first. Put him in the back.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a blessing though, man. Here we go. What up, world? This was an amazing episode, exciting episode. Listen, defensive legend, NBA champion, one of the old school goons. Nah, but more importantly, one of my big brothers, man. One last thing everybody got to do when they come to the show. Shout out your hometown.
Yes, sir. This is Gary Payton, man, the glove. You know what I'm saying? I'm shouting out the BIG3. Y'all know what that is. Oakland, California, man, where I grew up at. All love. The Bay Area.